he'll be a threat. He'll be a threat to his. He'll be a threat to his mission actually. So it happened couple of times. Ramanuja corrected him. Ramanujacarya corrected him, and he became so upset within. He made a vicious plan to kill this young Ramanuja. So he told all his students, we would all go to North India for a tour and take bath in Ganga and visit all the holy places, Kasi, So then what happened? The idea was to, at the time of taking bath in Ganga, he would, with the assistance of his disciples, kill Ramanuja. So anyway, all the parents agreed and they traveled. He took all the students and went on a travel. Then they reached finally, and it was scheduled the next day morning they would take bath in Ganga. The night before, Ramana had a cousin by name Govinda. Govinda came to know this plot, and he told this to Ramanujacarya. So tomorrow morning, when we go for a taking bath in Ganga, we would be actually, you would be killed. That is a plot. So he should escape. Immediately, what he did, he ran away. He ran away. This is like North India, and South India is very far. Not like today. Even today, it's far actually. So he started walking this forest, a dense forest, with so many wild animals. Very interestingly, he came across a very elderly couple, hunter and his wife. So they told him, no, we'll help you. He said, I had to go back to Kanchipuram. They told him, we'll help you, come. So they walked, and that night they slept. The early morning, the wife of the hunter asked him, the wife of the hunter told the hunter, I'm thirsty. So then, they told him to fetch water. He went to fetch water. He brought it in a lotus leaf, drank, first time, second time, third time, when he went to fetch water and he brought the water, he could not find them actually. Then he could not find them. He couldn't understand what happened, why they left all of a sudden. Anyway, he resumed his journey, and very short, he came to, he came to a place where he started seeing people actually. He hardly walked, he came across people. Then he asked them, can you please tell me how far is Kanchipuram? They laughed and said, what are you talking? This is Kanchipuram. And you're in the outskirts of Kanchipuram. Really? And he understood. So, the Supreme Lord, Lakshmi and Narayan, that hunter couple there, none other than Lakshmi and Narayan. He was so enamored by their causeless mercy. He cried, for their mercy, and actually decided to dedicate his life for their cause actually. So when this happened, he decided not to continue with Adha Prakash, but he took shelter of a devotee by name Kanchipurna. You know, Kanchipurna had a one-to-one relationship with Varadaraj Perumal. Um, Yadav Prakash came back, you know, and he was surprised to see Ramanuja. He's surprised to see him alive. Um, but he told his parents, I will not study under him, and he continued studying under Kanchipurna. So at the age of 16, Ramanuja married to a lady by name Rakshakambal. But those days, this is like 1,000 years ago. Ramanujarya was born in 1017. So mm, 3 years ago, they celebrated his 1,000th, appearance day, and they celebrate this 1,000th appearance day anniversary. So she could not. They were they're from a very traditional South Indian Brahmin family. But Kanchipurna was by birth was not a Brahmin, but from a low caste. So to cut the story short, a few occasions, first thing she could not understand the mood of her husband, the devotion in his heart, and she was very, very, quote unquote strict. Um, so one day he invited Kanchipurna for prasad, only with an idea to eat remnants. Chaitanya Charitamrita also, it is said, the remnants of devotees are very, very powerful. Bhakta Pada Duli Ara Bhakta Pada Jala Bhakta Bhukta Avasesha Tinu Mahabala. Three things are very powerful. The the dust from the lotus feet of a devotee, and the foot wash of a devotee, and the remnants of a devotee. You cook food offered to Krishna, it becomes Mahaprasad. Prasad means mercy. Then when a devotee eats that, honors that Mahaprasad, that it becomes much more potent because it is Maha. So Ramanujacarya accepted him as a guru. So what he did, he invited him, but Kanchipurna was very humble. So Ramanujacarya was waiting for Kanchipurna to come. He was not coming. So immediately Ramanujacarya went to fetch him. Then what happened? Immediately Kanchipurna came. And he told his wife, your husband invited me. Please give me prasad. So immediately what she did, she served the plate. She served the leaf and she served food on that. Kanchipurna ate his food, and after finishing it, he folded this leaf plate and he threw it outside. Then what she did, she cleaned, because Kanchipurna belonged to low caste, she cleaned that area with the cow dung, and whatever the food that was offered to him, she threw it out. Because it was she cooked for somebody who is from a low caste. And she threw and she started cooking. So Ramanujacarya came back. So he understood what has happened and he said, where is Prasad? He understood then, why and how Kanchipurna behaved like that. So she says, no, I already cleaned everything. No, he said. So there were like 2-3 occurrences like this. Finally, Ramanujacarya was so upset with this behavior, he decided to take sannyas. But there is one connection. Ramanujacarya was inspired by the person whom he never met. That is the Acharya of Srirangam, Yamunacharya. So Yamunacharya was the Acharya at that time, and Yamunacharya sees Ramanuja, but unfortunately at that time Ramanuja was he was getting training under Yadav Prakash. So it is actually Yamunacharya was the one who prayed to Ranganas, to the Varadaraj Perumal. My Lord, why this, this Ramanuja, why is he under this, Yadav Prakash is a Mayavadi. So he wanted Ramanuja to come to Srirangam and, he wanted to entrust this whole Peetam, the Acharya Peetam to him. But sir, unfortunately, what happened? He became sick and he was on the deathbed. So he told his disciples to summon Ramanuja. And but what happened? Unfortunately, by the time Ramanujacharya reached Srirangam, the outskirts of Srirangam, um, Yamunacharya already he left the world. So they were entering from the outskirts of Srirangam, and they swam across the river Kaveri, and that was there. We went to that place actually. That's where all the devotees were there with the body of Yamunacharya. But Yamunacharya fingers are like this. So Ramanujacharya asked, so his fingers are always like that? He said, no, 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 we don't know why the fingers are closed like this. His fingers are always straightforward. But we are seeing only three. Immediately Ramanujacharya said, um, she took three vows. I will glorify the father of Vedavyas, Parashara Muni, who has given the definition of God. It is Parashara Muni who gave the definition, who wrote this verse, Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yashasasriya Jnana Vairagyasya Sannambhagitingana. So he said that this is God, he is the one who gave the definition of God. God as the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, Narayan. He has a, infinite, this qualities, he has infinite qualities of richness, strength, fame, and beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. He has all these six qualities in full. So he gave the definition of Bhagavan. So he said, I'll glorify Parashara Muni, and he said, I'll write commentary on Vedanta Sutra. Because if you really want to establish your school of thought, only those days, those people who could write a commentary on Vedanta Sutra, Brahma Sutra, they can only establish their school of thought. So he said, for that reason, I'll write commentary on Brahma Sutras, Vedanta Sutra. And he said also, I'll propagate, Visishta Dvaita, the Bhakti, Prapatti, I'll propagate Bhakti, devoid of karma and jnana. Now, Bhakti, especially Bhakti, which relates in relation to surrender, Prapatti. So these three things I do. When he started telling one after another, the fingers were opening one after another. All the fingers opened. So everybody understood, wow, Ramanuja is the one who knew the heart of, who could understand the heart of Yamunacharya. So, what is that? Then, actually now in our tradition, in our Sampradaya, Diksha Guru is only one for us, and Siksha Gurus can be many. But in Sri Vaishnava tradition, you can have, more than one Diksha Guru also. So, Ramanuja accepted Kanchipuram as Guru, but Varadaraj Perumal, gave 6 instructions. He told 6 instructions to Ramanuja. He told this to Kanchipuram. The last one is actually for Ramanuja is get initiated by Mahapurana. So Ramanujacharya received initiation from Mahapurana also. But Mahapurana felt, so meanwhile what happened? They offered Ramanujacharya this Peetam, they asked him to take over this Acharya Peetam of Srirangam, the highest seat for the Sri Vaishnava tradition. But Mahaprabhu felt for that to happen, Ramanujacarya should receive unlimited blessings by doing this intense sadhana, you know. So he felt Goshtipurna is the one who is Goshtipurna is the one, and Ramanujacarya should receive initiation from Goshtipurna and receive this mantra. Then he'll become very empowered to undertake this responsibility. So those days, Srirangam was very far. So this place where Goshtipurna would live is very far from Srirangam, like 150 miles actually. So Ramanujacarya would walk all the way from Srirangam to this place, and he would fall at his feet and ask for initiation. Somehow, Goshtipurna, he wanted to really test the sincerity of Ramanuja. He refused him again and again and again. We went to that place also, very nice place. So the 18th time he went, 18th time he went, he fell at the feet of Raman, Goshtipurna, please. He took his disciples, Dasarath and Quraysh, please give initiation. Goshtipurna was impressed with his determination and humility. And he said, all right, I'll definitely give initiation. But this is very secret. In India today, if you receive any mantra from a guru, you don't tell it to others for the rest of the life. It's very, very important. So, what happened? He said, I'll give this mantra, but he should not give it to anybody. And what he did, he initiated him, telling this sacred mantra in his ears. So Ramanuja recited that mantra and he said, anybody who chants this, they will go back to Godhead. Goshtipurna said, yes. He's also called a Tirukoshtiyer, Tirukoshtiyer Nambi. So he said, yeah, anybody who chants this, they'll be purified of all their sins and they'll go back to Godhead. They'll go back to Vaikuntha. So then, are you sure? Yes. You don't underestimate the power of this mantra. Anybody who chants this, anybody who chants this, definitely, he or she can go back to God. But make sure you don't tell this. This is very, very, confidential. Otherwise you lose Guru's mercy. Then, actually in Goshtipurna home and this temple, they're side by side, very close. From Goshtipurna's home, you can see the temple. You can see the temple Gopuram actually. So then what he did, he went and he claimed the Gopuram and he started calling everybody, please come, please come, please come. And today I came to know this wonderful mantra, Ashtakshari. If you chant this mantra, you'll be rid of, you'll get rid of all your sins, you'll be purified of all your sins, and you'll go back to Godhead, go back to Vaikuntha. Everybody came. So the Sri Vaishnava literature says, he just only told, some people say he already revealed it, but many people say, no, he has not revealed, only told them, if you receive initiation. By this time, Ravana had so many disciples. So, but if you receive initiation, if you come to me and take out the process, I'll give you this. But at least he made it public. There's a mantra, and if you take shelter, then you will you'll go back to God. He claimed this doom, the Gopuram, and he told us. You only told that much. Even for that, even telling that is also against Guru's instruction. Um, when Goshtpurna heard, he couldn't believe his eyes. I just told him, he should not tell anybody. And he's telling, there's a mantra. So when Ramanujacarya went to him and fell at his feet, he became so angry. So you're literally Gurudrohi, you have violated the order of God. For us, it is the third offense to the holy name, disobey the order of the spiritual master. So we can say, you for this thing you have done, you'll be condemned to hell. Ramanuja said, what will happen if one person is condemned to hell? But all these people, they will go back to Godhead if their sins, they're purified of their sins, and if they go back to Godhead, that is a benediction. What loss is there if one soul goes? Guru Maharaj, even if I go to hell, I have no problem. For their sake, compassion. People actually chant. We do the process just to to prevent, to stop from going to hell. But here is a person. He's telling he wants to go to hell so that others can go back to Godhead. Compassion, unparalleled compassion. Wow, amazing. So, Satsuru Maharaj, there is a book, Vaishnava Compassion. Compassion empowers. Acharyas, why they preached? Compassion. They preached to save the masses, to save people from going to hell actually. Compassion empowers. Vasudeva Datta asked Lord Chaitanya, actually, Jesus Christ also preached for this reason. But Vasudeva Datta asked for the deliverance. He didn't ask for the deliverance of Bengalis because he was a Bengali. He didn't ask for the deliverance of Indians because he was Indian. He didn't ask for the deliverance of Asians because he was Asian. He didn't ask for the deliverance of people of earth because he was a resident of earth. He asked for the deliverance of entire planet. Vasudeva Datta said, my Lord, when I see the suffering, my Lord, when I see the suffering of these people by the power of Maya, birth after birth, my heart pains. So he requested Lord Chaitanya, my Lord, I request you, please give me the sense of all the people of the universe, and I will go to hell eternally and suffer there. Take all these people back to Vaikuntha. I will go back to Krishna Loka, spiritual world. Lord Chaitanya shivered when he saw this he saw this unparalleled compassion. Wow. Lord Chaitanya said, Vasudeva Datta, this is not uncommon to you because you're an expansion of Prahlad Maharaj. Compassion. So Ramanujacarya, he exhibited this compassion. Excuse me. He exhibited this compassion. And what he did, he exhibited this compassion, and his guru was very happy. In fact, I understand you should be my guru. By my good fortune, I have become your guru, but you deserve to be the guru of everyone. So then Ramanujacarya, after this, he came back, and he would beg. One day, so his name and fame started growing, and some people couldn't take it actually. Some people couldn't take it. One day, there are a couple of murder attempts on him actually. So one day, he went to beg. So the householder, what he did in order to kill Ramanuja, he mixed poison. He mixed poison in the food, and he gave it to, he gave it to Ramanuja. So when he came to beg alms, so Ramanuja took it. But the wife, the household wife saw this, so she understood what she did. When she gave the alms, she went and she fell at the feet of Ramanuja, you know, with the tears in her eyes. Ramanuja thought there is something wrong. So, so he took the whatever the food he collected while begging, he took it home, and he told the disciples to check for it. And when they checked it, they found out poison. So then this has alerted everyone because he's an acharya. So then when Goshtapurna came to know, he immediately came to see Ramanujacarya. This is actually summer months. So when he came to see, so Ramanujacarya went to see him. So people would enter from Kaveri actually, they would swim across Kaveri, and they would enter Srirangam. So Ramanujacarya went to see Goshtapurna. When he saw Goshtapurna, immediately fell at the feet in that hot sand of Kaveri banks during the summer months. So when he fell at his feet, it was blistering hot, and Goshtapurna didn't tell him to get up, and Ramanujacarya didn't get up. Then the one of the disciples of Ramanuja, Kidamyachan, he said, you're so cruel. Your act is worse than that family that has given poison to Ramanuja. This is too much. Oh, Paramguru, your behavior is very, very, very cruel. Then Goshtapurna told, finally I found one person who can dedicate his life to Ramanuja. I can leave this world very peacefully. And he said, you become his cook. So there's a wonderful Tirupati pastime. Tirumala, though Alvars prayed, they composed so many washrooms in Tirumala. But during Ramanuja's time, there was a controversy. The Saivites were claiming this temple as their temple, and Ramanuja said, no, this is a Vaishnava temple. Then all right, we will decide. Who will decide? Who can decide this? This is very difficult. Only Balaji, Swami Venkateshwar only he can decide. Perumal only can decide. All right. The Saivites came and they placed Shiva's paraphernalia, the Dhamru, the trident, Trishul, and Ramanuja went and he placed Shankh Chakra Gada Padma. These are the Vishnu's paraphernalia, insignia. So, and both the parties prayed intensely. So both the parties prayed intensely. So the next day when the doors were open, they placed it at the doorstep so that Lord could decide. So next day when they opened the doors, they found out the Damaru and the trident, the Trishul were kept only, they were there only where they were placed. But the Shankh Chakra Gada Padma, they saw in the hands of Balaji. When they saw that, they understood it is not Lord Shiva, it is Krishna himself, it is Vishnu himself. And they gave the temple to Ramanujacarya and left. So there is a reason for this. Why? When Lord was here, he gave his Shankh Chakra to Tondaman. He gave his Shankh Chakra to Tondaman, the brother of Akasraj. Father of Mother Padmavati. So now someone has to give him back. So Ramanujacarya gave him. For that reason, Balaji considered Rama his father actually. Then Then Ramanujacarya made an announcement in Sri Lanka. We got this temple. So Tirupati is called Pushpa Mantapa. Means this is a place where, so where the Lord is served with unlimited flower garlands. So he told his disciples, I want uh, I want any family to go to Tirupati and take care of these deities. And who will go? Leaving the association, such a wonderful association of the Guru Ramanuja and other, God brothers and God sisters. One person raised his hand. Serving Guru is more than taking his association, and more than taking his association, and that is the Dasharathi. He said, I will do that. So I will do that, and Dasharathi, and this was a wonderful story actually with Dasharathi, but some other time. So Dasharathi went and he grew the flower gardens, and he called Ramanujacarya to come and see the progress that has been made. They also started that. Today, Tirupati is one of the busiest temples in the world with so many people. But those days there was only just one temple, a temple room where the Lord is present, and that's it, nothing else. And Dasharath and his wife would dig the land, and they would plow the land and plant the plants to grow flowers. It's very difficult. So, what is that? Finally, they started growing, and he told Ramanujacarya to come. Ramanujacarya went to the 7 hills. When he went to the footsteps of the hills, he saw. We see like 7 hills, but he saw the Anantasesh, Adisesh. He saw the Adisesh coiling the soul. Ramanujacarya told Dasharathi, I will not come. No, I cannot come. How can I climb with my feet the Anantasesh? Dasharathi said, if you don't come, nobody will ever come. For the rest of I cannot say eternity, but the rest of centuries to come, nobody would come if you don't come. Ramanujacarya said, I'll come then. Then how to go when you are seeing Anantasesh? So Ramanujacarya climbed the hill with his knees. This is not today. Those days, actually, one reason why Tirupati was not attacked by the Mughals or Muslims, Tirupati was very safe, only because nobody could reach there. It's so difficult. So these roads came hardly like 70, 80 years ago. There were no roads before also. So what happened? Even climbing the footsteps now, people say very difficult. Because the first stone is called, it was very steep. But 1,000 years ago, Ramanujacarya, he climbed with his knees, So he walked on his knees because he doesn't want to step on Anantasesh. Wow. He claimed that time, apart from Dasharathi, there was somebody else also who was present there as a custodian of the temple. His uncle, who named him, who gave him the name Ramanuja. His name was, remember Sailapurna? Sailapurna was the Acharya. So then, Sailapurna came to receive him. So he came to receive him. Ramanujacarya felt so shy. No, why did you come? You should have sent some, at least some, yesterday joined Brahmachari. So Sailapurna's answer was very, is also called the Periya Tirumal Nambi. He said, I tried, I really want to send some neophyte Bhakta, devotee, I checked the whole brahmacharya ashram. I realized nobody is um, more immature than me. I felt everyone is more advanced than me. Then I myself came. Wow, that is Acharya. That is the humility. Actually, we can learn a lot from Sri Sampradaya. One is the taking care of the devotees. Second is Guru Bhakti. One point I forgot to add. So when Yamunacharya left the body, and I told right the three vows Ramanujacarya took. So the fingers opened. Everyone was amazed. They understood he is the one who would be the successor. Then they performed the final rites. You know, and what next? Yeah, everyone had to go back. Then they told him, hey, please come and take darshan of Ranganath Swami. So this is Sri Rangam, but Ramanujacharya came from Kanchipuram. Then he said, that person who took my guru away from me, I'll not see him. So the Guru Bhakti is so high, Guru Nishtha is so high, Ramanujacharya was upset with Ranganath Swami. And he's telling, that person who took away my guru from me, I don't want to see him. He didn't see him actually that time. So he turned back, he jumped in Kaveri and he swam across and went back to Kanchipuram. That thing. So the Guru Nishtha we can see, and the Vaishnava Seva. So these are the two things actually. And what is that? We should end by in 15 minutes, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So can I end in 10 minutes? Okay. So the last story is actually during Ramanuja time there was actually what is it the Ramanuja had wonderful jewels, Dasharadi, Quraysh, and Quraysh and Govinda, his cousin is also his disciple. Amazing, wonderful disciple. The Quraysh story is like is called Kuratalon. Is a very, very exalted personality. If we have to take question answers, then just telling the story. So I'm sure there won't be any question answer on this. Then I'll be able to finish this small story. I think that's better. Yeah. Quraysh was like actually he was a king for his own province. So but then there's a time the Cholas were ruling the country actually, South India. So the Kolatunga first, he was a king, but he was actually he was little fanatic. He was bent on spreading Shaivism. So his ministers told him, if you can somehow get Ramanujacharya and if you can convert him to Shaivism, then his most influential, all the people, all his followers, they would be converted to Shaivism, and the society will be converted. If for some reason we cannot, then somehow if we can kill him, people will become so scared. They have to accept this. So so then what happened? He agreed. He agreed, and he sent a message to Ramanujacarya. Sent a message to Ramanujacarya. Sent a very humble invitation actually. So I request you to come and discuss with us the Sri Vaishnava philosophy. So he sent the soldiers. When they were coming, Quraysh sensed something wrong. No, he is not to be trusted. And he said, we want Ramanuja and his guru, Mahapurna also. So he told Guru Maharaj, I am useless. And if you ask me, uh, you should step into my clothes and I'll take your clothes and I'll go in your place. If you're alive, you can do a lot of service. So we don't have any time because the soldiers have already entered the campus. They'll be here at any time. So Ramanujacharya had no choice but to listen to his disciple Quresh. And Ramanujacharya, he took he took his saffron clothes out and he took his danda and he wore the grasta clothes of Quraysh. And as the soldiers entered in the grasta clothes of Quraysh, Ramanujacharya escaped. And the soldiers, when soldiers asked them, the Quraysh said, I am Ramanuja and this is Mahapurna. So Quraysh and Mahapurna went together to the court of Kolatanga. You know. So initially they received him very nicely, but they made the proposal. You know. But first actually they had a discussion. In the discussion, Mahapurna and Quraysh, they defeated all these pandits. You know. They defeated all the pandits. Then then they showed their colors. If you don't accept, you'll be taken to task. Accept or face persecution. You know, he said no. And details I'm not speaking. So then, actually he ordered that the eyes of Ramanuja and Mahapurna to be plucked out. Why he didn't order to kill them was in the childhood, his sister was haunted by a ghost. So that time, Yadav Prakash as a guru, he tried to get rid of that ghost, but the ghost laughed at him. And she said, I will go only if you bring Ramanuja. So Ramanujacharya came, and he got rid of the ghost from his sister's body. So out of that gratitude, Kolatanga said, I will not kill, but he ordered that Ramanuja and his guru's eyes to be plucked off. He ordered their eyes to be plucked off. So they removed their eyes, and Mahapurna couldn't take it actually. So Quraysh eyes were also, they became blind. They became blind, and the soldiers left them. They took them, they left them in the forest. In fact, they removed their eyes in the forest. Actually. They saw Quraysh was blind, and Guru was also blind. Mahapurna daughter was there watching the whole thing. So now they had to somehow reach Srirangam. So then he said, he told, Mahapurna told Quraysh, I cannot live. I could see, I could see the Supreme Lord. I think I'm going back to Vaikuntha. So Guru Maharaj, he's a guru, Guru's guru, right? For Quraysh. Wait, you need to have, Mahasamadhi in the presence of all the disciples. Please hold. Said, no, no, hold on to your breath until we reach Srirangam. Said, no, I have the association of a devotee. You are there. Where devotees are there, that is a Srirangam for me. That is Vaikuntha for me. So that is his faith. If you have a devotee with you, that is a Vaikuntha for him. Likewise, we should also, if we have devotees with us, we should understand we are in Vrindavan. Amazing. So he said, so putting his head on the lap of Quraysh. Mahapurna left his body and went back to Vaikuntha. So he attained that Parampadam. Then Quraysh is blind still, but with that assistance, he brought that body and they arranged Mahasamadhi for him. So then all the Vaishnavas, they ran away. They ran, because they were persecuted. The temple's doors were closed forever. But then, because Quraysh was already, persecuted, he was blind. So one day he went to the temple. The gatekeeper said, no disciple of Ramanuja should enter. Then the another gatekeeper said, no, this is Quraysh. He sacrificed his life. All right, let us allow him. And then Quraysh said, I don't have any qualification. I have only one qualification. What is that? I'm a disciple of Ramanuja. So if you consider me, if you consider that qualification, then only I'll go inside. But I don't want to have anything extra. In fact, I don't have anything extra. Anyway, to cut the story short, Kolatunga, for his offenses, he died, and his son took over. He understood his mistake and received initiation from Ramanuja, and Ramanuja came back. So, and he told Quraysh, it's like there's a sacrifice, right? And then he said, he prayed to, I'm finishing it. He prayed to Ranganath Swami, Lord, please give Quraysh his eyes back. And he came and told Quraysh, I already prayed, you go inside and pray, Supreme Lord, and he'll give your eyes back. Go and pray. So I went inside, and Quraysh prayed. So he prayed intensely, and Ranganath Swami asked, what do you want? What do you want? Chadugram was a minister initially with Quraysh, and later he joined the camp of Kolatunga. So he said, that minister who, hearing from Chadugram, he ordered my eyes to be plugged. My lord, if I have any mercy on me, he should go back to Vaikuntha today. So I said, what are you talking? For the wrong things he has done, he should be condemned to hell. No, my lord. That minister should go back to Vaikuntha today. All right. He came out. Ramanuja said, did you ask him? Yes, what did you ask him? That minister who ordered my eyes removed. I prayed for his going back to Vaikuntha, and Ranganath Swami agreed. No, why you did this? The next day, same thing. All right, pray today again. And he went and asked. So Chadugram is the one who incited this whole thing. So if you have any, my lord, if you have any mercy on me, Chadugram should go back to God. And also the king, listening to these people, he ordered this execution. He said, king, he was very cruel. Ranganath Swami said, for the wrong things he did, he will be condemned to lower species after going to hell. Are you sure? He said, yes, my lord. I want Chadugram and the king should go back to Vaikuntha today. Right. If you want anything, no. The third day, on the request of Ramanujacarya, he said, there is a couple of versions, but one version I heard. I should see my Lord, only you and my Guru, nobody else. And I want to go back to Godhead. Then Ranganath Swami said, what to speak of you? Anybody is connected to you, they'll go back to Godhead. Wow. But another version says, Ramana told him, my Guru lost his property, you give it back. And he got his ass back. That's the version. But anyway, when he came out, when Ramanujacarya heard, Ranganath Swami said, anybody is connected to Quraysh, They will go back to Godhead. Ramanujacharya jumped. Wow. I'll also go back to Godhead because I'm his guru. Ramanujacharya did not consider his qualification. Humility. You know. So I'm actually now time is up. I'm very sorry. Thank you very much. I neither have any qualification nor do I have any realization to discuss the glories of these Mahavaishnavas. Bhakti is great. The way Kuresh did Bhakti Prajnan Keshav Maharaj also did to Bhakti Saraswati Thakur. And Saraswati Thakur was attacked in Bangladesh. Bhakti Prajnan Maharaj changed his clothes. As Saraswati Thakur, Bhakti Saraswati Thakur wore the Grostha clothes of Bhakti Prajnan Keshav Maharaj. I mean, later he became a sannyasi. Then, and Saraswati Thakur escaped in his white clothes. And this Bhakti Prajnan Maharaj, he was a Grostha that time. He wore saffron and defended Saraswati Thakur. Later, he took sannyas and he became Srila Prabhupada's sannyas guru actually. So, Bhakti is great, Vaishnavism is great because servant of servant of servant, So, if you go to Tamil Nadu and say, Adiyan Ramanudasa, you should also cultivate the same mind. Adiyan Prabhupadas, servant of servant of servant. And when you say a devotee, you should be very grateful, representative of Krishna. Then we make progress, not the scholarly ability or anything, but in the servant of servant mode, Dasanudas. We make progress, Namaruchi, Jivadaya, Vaishnava Seva, these three things are very important. That's what I want to speak. If I have spoken anything wrong, do excuse me as your humble servant. Very grateful for your patient audience. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.